Greetings all, what I do. My name is Clair. Hope you're treating yourselves well, and of course others. This is a channel where I do tarot readings, and today we are specifically doing the person on your mind. This is like love related or crush related. It could be a spouse in some way, or a partner, an ex-partner, just a crush, but how they're feeling, maybe where they're at, if it's just a crush, but what's going on a little bit. There could be messages from those people as well, so I look forward to it. This is pile 1, and for pile 1, the image was the Queen of Pentacles, and I figured that would kind of start the deck. You could be very good at being at home, or like have a nice house. Your setup is very you, or well kempt in some way, form, or fashion. You like your things to be nice, maybe because you've spent a lot of time. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very, I'm hearing maternal, but I think it's like domesticated. Domesticated is the word I was thinking. So there's a sense that you like your space, at least. You could have been kind of hibernating or laying in the cut as of lately. The moon, I think you've gone through cycles in your life where you kind of hold back from people. Maybe you've had issues with, the 3 of Swords, like that. Okay, so with the moon, I think your defense mechanism has been to recluse from people when in doubt. Maybe it's easy to for you to tell when someone's kind of feeling you or into you, so you're not really gonna put yourself out there too far, because maybe you've been hurt, or you know what hurt feels like, or you know how easily things can, I'm hearing, look bad. So I think there's a sense of maybe like a harsh male individual in your life has prolonged some sort of hurt, is what I'm hearing. So perhaps whether it be like a father figure, or a boyfriend, or a husband, maybe even a brother, someone has made it difficult for you to realize your powers. I think someone has taken away some of your pride for yourself at one point in time. Maybe they don't now. They could have at one point, or continuously do such a thing. I think that this person sees the King of Swords makes me think that it is someone who has themselves probably seen some sort of downfall. They're very articulate when it comes to maybe their feelings, or they like to tell people how they feel. So maybe they take how they feel out on you. And I think there's a sense of you kind of absorbing that a lot of the time. Maybe if it's not partners that have done this, maybe some sort of family member or some sort of life event has caused you to be very high pain tolerance, but maybe even in the realm of just like emotionally, like you can be that punching bag and easily kind of take those hits, because I think you kind of have a sense to know that you're great as well. But because the Star card, I think it's like you almost can part the seas. Like you can disassociate to the point where you don't have these feelings that weigh on you so heavy, so you can take on other people's traumas and hurts and feelings maybe let people overstay their welcome because you're so eager to help. And whether that is in a relationship or because of past events, you tend to do that in your life. The Knight of Pentacles coming out with the Queen of Wands. I think you are very attractive or enticing in some way. If you might have like very charismatic, good with your words, good with your mouth, good with your tongue, whatever that means. But the Queen of Wands, you are very, if you're put in social situations, you kind of thrive whether you like to or not. People enjoy you and or single you out. Maybe you've been picked on in the past because you kind of like people have crushes on you or you stick out in some way. Maybe you just kind of, you're just, I don't know, you're easy to single out for some rhyme or reason. The Knight of Pentacles, let's see, the Knight of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. I think if you are trying to start up a relationship, let's see, the Two of Swords. Okay, you could have decisions between, maybe you're like on the fence about certain people. Maybe you have like a crush and then you have someone that you've always thought you might end up with. Maybe that's the situation. You could be having like not back burner people, but you kind of have like, you know how some people in life, they're like, they almost have like a pact with each other and they're like, we're going to get married if all else fails sort of thing. But I think it's more of like maybe you've had prolonged experience with someone that makes you feel like you will end up with them, but you're actually contemplating that might not be the case because the Two of Swords makes me think that you are not feeling so confident about the headspace you had been residing in, and maybe you were thinking like there's a lot of serendipity, like there's a lot of weird connections that are being made with maybe another individual, or maybe someone's catching your eye, or I think someone in your life has made you reconsider, maybe sparked your interest. You might not have been in a relationship, but there's just something about like you kind of felt something was going to happen, and it's kind of getting like a new path is opening up almost. Like an Eight of Cups, you're like almost walking away. Maybe you were in a situation where you're like, I care so much about this situation, it hurts so much that maybe this is love. Like maybe it doesn't have to be so like traumatic or dramatic, but it's like you almost felt like maybe because I care so much about the situation and willing to forgive so much that this person has to be it. And I think that there's a sense of like you're finally getting the opportunity to walk away from that mindset or just the whole situation. Like maybe you even asked to have your hands washed of something, and for so long you were like, maybe my punishment is that I have to like wait and forgive and be patient. But I think the Wheel of Fortune, I think life is kind of like, oh, haha, you thought that this was all going to be this way, but you had kind of gotten signs that it's like life is really topsy-turvy, and maybe you're actually going to get the fairy tale ending. Like you might actually get someone more worthy of you. I don't know why worthy keeps coming up, because I always don't like something about that word, kind of I detest it. But there's a sense of like in this life you might get more fulfillment than you actually were thinking. Like you were thinking like things are kind of good, this thing kind of hurts, but I'm willing to forgive and forget, and maybe that's my trials and the things that I need to overcome in life. But I'm really thinking that you're almost excited about walking away and the time being near to either being okay with starting up things with someone else. If there's not a person, I think you're just like starting to be like, you know what, I'm like okay. Like I think you're like almost finding people attractive again. Like the Three of Cups, though, it makes me think that there is a solution on the horizon, or just like, yeah, your eyes are kind of opening towards like there's a lot of people around, and maybe some of them are actually kind of tight. Or, you know, someone maybe ticks your boxes in a way that you're like, wait, that might actually be what I've been looking for, instead of just kind of like what almost seems like settling now. So I think there's an invitation for success if maybe a little bit more patience, but on the I feel like on the horizon, we'll do one more card, the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like you kind of know what to do at this time when it comes to you. Like, you might not understand what's going on around you because, as we just considered, there might be a few curveballs in the air, but certainly I think that you understand what position to take for yourself. Like, you might be kind of figuring out like what to do to come off better, how to have more conversations, how to be more stable, how to maybe you're doing like daily routines to like feel better and look better, things like that. I think you're kind of doing your own thing, but it's you're starting to feel like something's happening. And yeah, you gotta know I love you. Hello all, pile 2. What is up? This is the deck for pile 2. We're doing love messages, messages from your person or the person on your mind, crush, romantic interest, lover. This is the Wheel of Fortune. That was the card in the choosing like a pile portion. So, Wheel of Fortune. And I think, okay, 2. You could have been dating someone as of lately, or in the dating field, trying to get more serious, though. The Wheel of Fortune is the ex, so maybe you've been circling back to people, like the ex being the 10, so maybe you were circling back to a relationship to see if they will be more serious with you this time. Perhaps you've been hooking up lately, or the Two of Pentacles. I think you've kind of been biting your tongue and just kind of sucking it up with someone who you're waiting to see if they will fill the roles that you are trying to see if they'll assume. Like, you don't know, you can't really feel this person out per se. Maybe you have a hard time reading them, the Ace of Wands, but the sex is good. You have really good relations with this person. I think there is a serious sense of, it feels like you can't be doing this with someone else. It's that good. But you might not know if they are. They could be kind of secretive, the Magician, or you could have an open relationship. There is, this person makes you feel like there is magic in the air. The Three of Wands, that's a pretty good sign. This person could have been kind of distracted. They could have court issues, or home issues, family, some sort of mental, like something is kind of stalling them, perhaps. This might not be an ex, by the way. I just thought of that. This could be just someone new, or I'm hearing in the mix, but there's someone who has been kind of, I'm hearing a muse to you. They're at a distance, though, I think. It could be a crush that you also find very attractive, and you're wanting to come around them in order to meet them. This could be someone who you really want to sleep with. I think that if this is someone you've been sleeping with, I think they've been held up in some form or fashion of their life, and it's been hard to kind of grow roots. The Nine of Wands, I think they're getting to a point that they will be able to communicate, and if this is a crush, I think that this person might be coming around soon and ready to get it on. If this is someone who is aware of you and know your situation for real, but if this is someone who is aware of you, I think that they want to meet you in person and kind of get a feel for you before they give it to any real idea of like contemplating a relationship. They don't want to do like an online thing. They like in the flesh sort of situation, and I think they're waiting to get around you some form or fashion. Maybe it's someone who is coming in town or just coming around you in some way or form or fashion. Maybe they'll invite you to something, or you get the inkling to invite them to something. But it's going to be a lot of change, the Tower. I think that it's kind of scary. Something about the Tower right here makes me feel like there's a lot of sex appeal in this Tower for some reason. I think that you guys would definitely... There's good sex everywhere, all over this reading. Sorry to be so raunchy, but it just is what it is. I think that might be kind of like a source of what this is. Maybe it is just like a very, very intense crush. And the Four of Cups, I think in the past, this person you met... Both of you might have issues in relationships, and that's what also is very scary about this. I think there's a serious issue with not having good relationships at all. So both of you kind of feel a little shaky, a little timid towards actually giving in. What seems like giving in is what it feels like in essence. Like if you were to be in a relationship, you're like, oh, here I am again. But the Ten of Cups, there's potential. There's a lot of potential in this. Like, I'm not going to say this is true love forever and always, but there's a lot of potential here. The Ten of Cups is something that is very fulfilling, and I think there is harvested anxiety due to space or not knowing this person very well, not knowing how they really are. Maybe they have a persona, or you're able to view them in different lights, so they're kind of confusing, hard to put your finger on, definitely. But the Ten of Cups, yeah, you will be swimming in lakes and rivers. Maybe they enjoy doing I don't know why I just said that. So I think there's like they might like water, you might like bathing each other, might be something that you guys really get into, or there's just like a heavy feeling of maybe they live near water, or maybe you do. Maybe that's something you guys will enjoy pursuing together somehow, form or fashion, like something to do with water for sure. The Death. This Death card makes me think that the Three of Swords, yeah, I think that both of you are in a place where you're kind of just like maybe worn down a little bit, maybe just because the Death card is not always bad, but it just dignifies an ending for sure. So I think both of you kind of might be in a headspace where you just haven't you're not hung up on other people, I don't think. I think that this person has, if anything, kind of a stagnation. Maybe they've never really dug deep when it comes to their emotions. They might be like emotionally inept in some way, or maybe you are, both of y'all. But I think that you're really trying to build with someone, and this person, if you don't know them, it seems like they are actually very like stable mentally, or getting there. The Three of Swords, neither of you are on that tip of like being very secretive, or I think communication will be a good thing. The Eight of Cups, maybe they have been walking away from relationship, or maybe you have, but for some reason I feel like that's not a hindrance. I think that if that comes up, one, you'll know, but two, I don't think that you should let it trip you up one way or another. Maybe if this is, maybe they'll want to keep it secret at first because of an ex, or maybe you will want to because of an ex. The Six of Pentacles, I think you guys will want to kind of, it'll be like kind of sacred at first. Like when I say sacred, all relationships hopefully are that are true, but I think that you might kind of keep this under wraps for a second. I think in a relationship, if you guys are wanting to start up a relationship, it would be ideal for you to kind of keep it under wraps at the beginning for some reason or another. Or if you have not started one or not had a conversation with this person or even met them at all, I think that will probably be on their mind. They probably will either be kind of worried about that, or will express or want to express that they would like to keep things between you guys for a second. I don't think it'll be a malicious way. I think it's more of just kind of wanting to grow, like to harvest the good things, not to like kind of, you know, to keep it like easy for a second. And I'm failing with words at this point. I think it's more so just to like enjoy each other and kind of feel each other out without putting any pressure, that kind of thing. I think that this person will respect you. The Knave of Chalices, yes, I think that this person will actually be very good at communication, whether you need to instigate that or not. I think that they will become and or come to you good at communication. If they are not at the beginning, I think that over time with patience and work, that they will be very good at it for sure. Yeah. It actually feels really good. This feels very nice. It seems very, I'm hearing just like simple, fresh. Enjoy it. And yeah, good luck. You gotta know I love you. Hi, Pal 3. Hello. This is your deck, and the card for this one was the Ten of Wands, which I was kind of reluctant to use the Ten of Wands, quite frankly, because it's the Ten of Wands. Look at the composition, though. This card is gorgeous. So I think with that, you could have been in a relationship with someone and they are trying to win you back. Someone's trying to get your attention. This person is maybe sowing you so maybe they're showing you subtle hints of them paying attention to you, or giving you specific attention some way. You can tell that they are like lurking, paying attention. They might be lurking social medias of yours. This person feels like they're in love with you. I think that they're on the verge of kind of obsessed. I think someone thinks that you guys would do really well together, like you would look really nice together. This could be a lot of your exes, though. It could be people circling back, wanting to get your attention. Maybe you've kind of had a recent... you look good. You could be good in bed, too. You could definitely know what you're doing. I think that you are very satisfying in a lot of ways. I think people enjoy just watching you in the bedroom. And like your partners enjoy anything and everything you do. I think there's like a serious thing about like people enjoying visually what you're capable of. Whether it's personal or public, I don't really know, but someone feels like they can grow with you, though this person might have put you in a bad situation, a compromising situation. They might have made you really angry, or they could have cheated on you. If you guys weren't official at all in any way, they could have just like really messed up. They could have done a lot of things, and you have not been pleased with these things. The Three of Cups, it just has like this very haunting feeling. So I think you have maybe like put it all in the past, or maybe you've blocked people or been blocked. Maybe there's a sense of like no communication right now, or very little. The Seven of Pentacles, I think you're kind of waiting for someone that is good in bed and good out in public. I think you are not really giving in to what would be like simple pleasures, but I think like sex is not a simple pleasure. It can be very intimate and deep and intense, but I think that you kind of are finding that it doesn't feel as good if you aren't kind of like building with someone. It's a period of time where celibacy sounds better than just sharing yourself with someone, hoping that they'll come around. The Knight of Pentacles, either you're like saving yourself for a specific person, or you're starting to like get kind of turned off by casual sex, the dating pool in general. You could be kind of turned off. Maybe you kind of tried it for a second. The King of Pentacles, either you have a taste for luxury, or maybe you want to have a taste for luxury. I think that if you can't afford much, you kind of put your luxury in your home. You don't really... Okay, so this is the Knight of Pentacles. So I think that maybe it's taken a long time for you to have nicer things. So maybe you're like just kind of working on yourself, putting romance to the back burner, and it's making, for some reason, people reach out to you more, or you're just noticing that you're kind of an item, like you're turning people on. People are looking over, wondering if they can get back with you. The Four of Wands, I think you're kind of blocked off in a sense of like, I think you've kind of blocked a lot of people off from casual conversation, not meaning to be hurtful or anything, just you have very little mental space for what is not a necessity in life right now. Your mental capacity is very taken up by either like a move or an action, steady progress in something in your life, but not really having time to just go on dates for the sole reason of going on dates and like meeting people. I don't think you really partake in dating apps or going out as of lately. The Knight of Cups, I think you have been kind of searching for ways to find new suitors, or you've been combing through certain people who you see a lot of potential with and kind of feeling them out more seriously. And I think that people are trying to level up, but that doesn't mean, like, you might have someone in mind and you think that they might be leveling up, or maybe you guys have a really deep connection in ways. But because the Devil card, I think that this person is more talk than action. If you have someone who you're really thinking of in your mind, but they have, lest we forget that they have been, it's been foolery with them, basically. I think that there might be a sense of like, you've held your cup out for someone for a long time, offering them commitment or love or just kind of real communication, and maybe this person has chose to keep it lighthearted with you. So you have kept them kind of at an arm's reach, maybe, but not fully let them go. I think that the Six of Wands, people are wanting success with you. Certain people might not be good for you. Yeah, the Two of Cups with the Six of Wands. A lot of people want success with you. I'll say that. There might be a situation that you're kind of aware of where someone has been tagging you along, dragging you. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's dragging you along. I don't know. Maybe they've been just hitting you up infrequently or giving you like little bits of communication enough to keep you satisfied, almost like thinking that they might come around. But the Two of Cups, this situation seems burdensome if it hasn't, I think you should lay things on the line for this person, and if they can't reciprocate, right, if you make things very bold and clear that you at least need clear communication in some way, form, or fashion, and this person cannot really provide that, I think that it might be time to cut ties if you have someone in mind. I think you'll move forward a lot faster if you're looking for new people, or just moving a lot faster in a sense of not wasting your time with someone that is, sure, maybe nice, maybe they're a good person, or maybe you understand them well, or they understand you. They might be really territorial of you in some way, form, or fashion. They act like they really are very interested, or almost get jealous, and you kind of like that, maybe, is a feeling. But the Eight of Wands, I think that this Eight of Wands is kind of the opposite of what Eight of Wands is. Eight of Wands means fast movement forward, and this person might be kind of dragging you along. They might just kind of have you maybe not as bad as just using you, but I think that they are not committing in what seems like a timely manner, because you shouldn't be so pushy all the time. There's a give and a pull, but I think that in this specific situation with this Eight of Wands specifically, I think that this person needs to meet you halfway, or you need to find your way elsewhere, be on your way kind of thing. And because you deserve forward motion and change and all those things, be it painful or not, you deserve those things in truth. So you got this, and you gotta know I love you.